Alright. I'm filming this video and I'm posting it in like a few minutes. Okay, so I did a middle part yesterday and my hair is just naturally wanting to do it now. I don't like that. Just got off my cold shower. Already jump roped. As always, what's up, guys? Today's video is about the inessential feeling of pride. And what that is supposed to mean, or what that means to me, is there's a difference between being proud and being prideful. Being proud is being like, all right, well, I've put in the work, I've done this, I've done that. I'm thankful that I'm able to do this, and I'm grateful, and I'm happy that I'm good enough to, or I have the ability to, let's word it like that. I have the ability to do this and complete it. Whereas pride is a sense of, I can do this. Oh, I have skill. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I don't want to say, I'm not self-centered, but I'm better than these people around me. I'm better than these people that I dance with. I'm better than these people I play football with. You know what I mean? Then it's like, well, then you're no better than the next person because you're putting another person down for what reason? Now, pride can be useful, but in only certain situations, and I can't really explain that because that's like a very situational thing. Like, you have to be in the situation where you need to use pride. And the reason I want to talk about this is because for dance competition, it's over here, like right there. There's a trophy right there, another trophy. And since in these past few months, I've been talking to Angel, the person who helps me with my mental or whatever. I've had a mental awakening and a spiritual awakening, so I've kind of leveled up. So for me, competing in dance, winning an award's cool, but I wasn't there for the awards. I was there to compete. I was there to perform for the judges. I ended up getting double platinum, which is like second best, and then second overall in my category, which is good. So, we were on the way home, we were on the trip home, or not the trip, I guess, like the drive home or whatever. And my mom was like, oh, Taylor, I'm so proud of you. You did such a good job. And I was like, thank you, but I take it as a grain of salt. Because I didn't say that to her. But I said, thank you, Mom. And I was like, you know how I am about it or whatever. I wasn't there for the trophy. I wasn't there to compete. I wasn't there to beat anybody. I was just there to perform. She's like, yeah, I know. I love her to death, but the feeling of pride can really put you in some nasty situations because you get an inflated head, or you say you can do something and you're not entirely sure if you've done it before, if you can or if you can't, which isn't a problem necessarily. But when you're so prideful about it that when you do it and you mess up, then you've kind of stuck yourself in a situation because you're like, and I'll admit, I fell victim to this. I was prideful about me wanting to start my own company, my own digital marketing company. So I was telling all my friends, hey, I'm starting a digital marketing company. I'll be making, in 3 months from now, I'll be making X amount of money. I'll have this many clients. I'll be doing this, I'll be doing that, I'm not entirely sure how to do it, but I'll get it done. I'm gonna make that money, which is not a bad mindset, but you have to learn to shift the pridefulness into action, as instead of pridefulness into, like, I guess, asserting yourself and proving yourself. That goes hand in hand with pride. So, a lot of the times, pride can be a sense of outward, what's the word? Like validation, like getting validation from the outside. Because when you're prideful, you're very, I don't want to say very dominant, but for a male, for me, like when I'm prideful about something, or if I'm proud of it, it's very forward, you know what I mean? Like if I'm like, oh, I have really nice hair, which I do, but I'm very forward about it. Like I'm very forward that, oh yeah, I take good care of my hair. Oh yeah, I try different styles with my hair. Oh yeah, my hair's healthy, you know what I mean? Like, I'm proud of it because I take care of it. Whereas pride is just a very negative thing. It usually ends up in you offering negativity because you're like, oh yeah, now you might learn, I don't want to say necessarily to control it, but you might be like, all right, well, I'm prideful, but I'm not negative, or, I'm not putting anybody else down. That's good, but it can still get in the way, because then if you get competitive, and then you're in a situation where you're playing a sport or something like that, and then you're playing football, you tackle the quarterback, and then you're like, oh yeah, I'm better than you, all that. Then it's like, well, that's still your sense of pride getting to you. You know what I mean? So then it's like, all right, now you're offering negativity. So the string of pride, like the strand of how far it goes, is pretty much endless. It really goes into every aspect of life. For me, I've been dancing for 11 years, but I still have to know that someone with 12 years of dance experience is still slightly better than me. And the person with 13 years is slightly more better than me. And someone with 50 years under their belt is more experienced than me. I have to understand that, and I have to comprehend that. Although I am proud of my 11 years of dancing, and I'm proud of how good I can dance and how strong I am, I can't be prideful about it, because I will quickly be humbled. And that goes for anything you do in life. There's always someone richer. There's always I don't want to say better, but there's always someone richer. There's always someone who's in a better mental state than you. There's someone who's always getting more girls than you. I don't know. You know what I mean? There's just always someone who has more. So you can't be prideful until you are the person that's at the top. So, like, for me, like, someone who's at the top would be, like, Elon Musk. Like, not even his riches in general. Like, I know there's people who are richer than him, but as in, like, living life, he's at the top of it. Like, if you want to be the best in making cars, you probably need to beat him. Or beat, Federico Lucchini, or whatever his name is, the guy who owns Ferrari or Lamborghini, whichever one it was. I remember watching the movie about it. Really good movie. But the sense of pride is a very toxic thing. Or it's an uncontrolled variable. Meaning, on days it can be good, on days it can be bad, on days it can be really bad, on days it can be really good. It's very 50-50, and it's not very 50-50. It's very random statistically, number-wise, which is why it's best to not focus on it, and not focus on it as in, like, I'm prideful or whatever, it's fine. But don't worry about it as, like, don't worry about kind of trying to control it, because all you're going to do is end up putting yourself in a deeper hole. Because then you were trying to control your pride, and then, you got into a prideful situation. So if you just kind of eradicate it in total and all, then, can't put yourself in those situations. And it really just, that conversation really just started with my mom. And I was like, I show gratitude that you think I'm an amazing dancer, or, not her exact words, but that you think I'm an amazing dancer, you think I'm strong, this, that I'm super flexible. I take that as more than a grain of salt. I take that as a thank you, and, it is a hard work I put in, but I don't take it with a sense of pride, because if I take it with a sense of pride, then my ego becomes inflated, and once your ego becomes inflated, then I've noticed with ego, it's really hard to do self-improvement, because it's not really hard to do it, but it does get in the way. kind of just because it's like an annoyance. It's like, you ever been hanging out with your friends and you've got, I don't know how to word this in a non-mean way, but whenever one of your friends is like a big dude and he's a little slower, and you know, you guys are all talking and walking or whatever, and you guys go to a door, and then like you guys are trying to go in the building or whatever, and like you guys open up both doors, but he's just a big dude, so he takes up like a door and a half, and then you're like, you know, do I squeeze by? Do I try and like wiggle my way around, or do I wait? So that's how kind of ego is when it comes to self-improvement. But anyways, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. I don't know why my hands are up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, you know, the man who believes the journey is over has truly lost and is worse than the man who knows to continue fighting. Also, I said in my chat, like in the comments or whatever, some guy had said something, and he said, you know, you're on the right path, something like that, of life or whatever. Life will eventually get you right there. Oh no, he said, don't stress about it. Life will eventually get you there. And I said, so this is a new quote that I'm gonna start using. It was, never stressing, always pressing. So I'm never stressing about anything. Like, I'm not stressed out, and I'm always pressing forward. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for the 1K. As always, I'm already at 1.1 as of making this video. I'm at like 1.14K. Also, we broke the first 1,000 hours for watch time. We're getting there, boys. We're getting there. Thank you guys for watching. Ciao.